Before we take a break, what started as a Halloween curiosity turned into a career for a Hamilton man. And it's not just a career, but a way of changing lives. MTN's Dennis Bragg introduces us to Steve Weber, who bears more than a passing resemblance to one of America's best-loved stars.
People always told Steve Weber he was the spitting image of Tom Hanks years before he was a big star. And when Forrest Gump hit the screen, Steve decided to have a little fun.
I guess in 1994, I had gone ahead and played the character for Halloween. The movie came out in July of 1994, so then in October, I was Forrest for Halloween and put the costume away and thought that was the end of that.
It wasn't long before a big job opportunity came his way, becoming the spokesman for Bubba Gump Shrimp, the company that spun off the movie.
It was one of those moments where you feel like this is what I have to go do. I didn't necessarily want to go do it, but it was like I don't have any choice but to go do this. And I approached them, and they ended up hiring me, and I worked for them for 15 years for Bubba Gump as their spokesman or mascot. And what I did is I sat on a bench and talked to people.
Eventually, Steve decided he had found his calling, transitioning to promote what he called gumption, becoming a motivational speaker playing Forrest all over the country, using symbols from the movie to change lives.
And the three symbols and the three life lessons that I chose were the feather that comes at the beginning, and that's the opportunities that come into our life, and then the chocolate box, and that's the choices that we make, and the Nike shoe, which of course Forrest ran across America in, and that's the journey of life. And so life is nothing but a bunch of little series of chapters, which the movie was, life chapters, and then all together it's that journey of life, and that's what we all are, and that's what we're all doing. So it's just nothing but new opportunities come in, we make new choices, and we just continue the journey.
Because we're not victims here, we're not powerless, we get to choose whatever, and actually, you know, there's clues, we can figure it out. When I'm driving too fast, it makes me nervous, and when my life is going too fast, it's not much fun.
I want to be involved in being that deliverer, help deliver that message and do it in a way that's fun, but also a way that is important, because we all have to keep changing.
I'm not a smart man, but I'm going to use my imagination for good things to happen. Are you starting to get the idea?
And that was really the brilliant thing about Gump, is that he didn't worry about any of it. And maybe that's the advantage of being a little bit slow, is he just never picked up on the idea that it was wrong. It was a mistake. It was exactly what it was supposed to be when it was supposed to be, and then his life went on.
Steve met Tom Hanks once when he was up for a gig as a photo double on Castaway, but today he's content to influence people with humor and homespun observations, although he admits there's been confusion with his doppelganger along the way, including when he moved to the Bitterroot.
And I'm going around meeting people and talking, and I ended up meeting somebody, and he said, "You're not going to believe it, but Tom Hanks was in town a couple weeks ago ready to buy some property here." And I'm thinking, oh my God, what's the coincidence? What's the chances of that? Well, it was me.
In Hamilton, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.
And if you'd like to sample more pearls of wisdom, you can follow Steve Weber on Facebook.